He's been calling me Steady Eddie all day, and he's got some points.
Little beagle, huh? Aw, he looks like a puppy.
I also have a $100,000 check already written out to me and post-dated, because I will hit that goal and I'll cash that check.
Amen. We're out in Belmont, North Carolina. We just got into town. We're going to dinner with this guy, but before dinner, swung us by his house. This is my first time seeing it since he put all of the displays in. Brian Hoagland, everybody.
Hey, Greg.
How you doing, buddy?
Good, buddy.
This is so awesome to be here. I love this weather. I'm wearing a t-shirt out here in April where I just came from snow. I just got out of the car, and the first thing that I saw was not only the new spillway bowls that you have in here, but you actually have signage at his house. I love this. Like, talk about an entrepreneur, a born entrepreneur. Explain the signage at your house. This is awesome.
Well, my wife and I have decided to stay in this home.
Well, you've only lived here for 30 years?
Yeah.
Okay, so you might as well stay here since you've invested all this property.
Exactly. We've got everything we need here. We're going to renovate the home in another year, but this is our show place. So my strategy now is, since I don't have a quote business destination, this is my business destination.
So customers could come here, and then they can come here anytime, actually. You can say come by if you're out in the field, because you have all of the explanations of everything right next to it.
I don't even have to be here. I invite customers to come by themselves. Sometimes that works even better because they can just relax, take a tour of things, go to the backyard, see my pond.
You have not only the explanation of what the product is, the pumping, even the pricing on here with all of your stuff. So this is the signage that goes all the way around. Wow, this looks fantastic.
Thank you.
I love it. Little beagle, huh? Aw, he looks like a puppy.
They say he's 4. The vet says 3, but he's a
Aw.
rescue. He acts like a puppy, I guarantee
So this
you.
guy's a rescue?
Yes, they both are.
Aw.
He'll calm down in a minute.
Now, which guy eats all the fish food?
Both of them. They're both fish food.
Christy, how you doing?
I'm good, Greg. How are you?
Good to see you. You look very nice.
Thank you.
Is this how you normally dress for work?
Some days.
Okay. Is this the original pond that I saw last time? I know I saw
It is. I've rebuilt it 3 times. Because I'm never satisfied.
So how long has this pond been in here?
You know what? I've been building ponds 17 years now. This pond is 17 years old. I couldn't believe it.
So this was the first one. This is the one that started it all, huh?
These will be anything. That's what they're known for.
What they refer to as a dogfish.
It's hard to believe it's been 17 years. Started out my career as a sports writer, then I got into public relations and NASCAR. Lost my job in 2000, went through a midlife crisis. The landscaping talent always ran in my family.
Okay.
So I decided to reinvent myself. Started out in that pickup truck. This baby I bought in 2002 when I started my landscaping business, which became my pond business.
2002.
306,000 miles. Freshly decaled, it still looks good. I'm not worried about impressing people. I'm just worried about doing a good job for people. I was my own labor. A few years later, I went to a class at my distributor,
Smith Turf.
Smith Turf and Irrigation. It was Build a Pond Day by Hoaglandscape and Smith Turf Irrigation. I'd always wanted to know, wow, could I ever do a pond myself? It wasn't a week later, we were digging out over here on my first pond.
That's what we always say. Build your first water feature at your house so you can tweak it and live with it.
Yes, and you know, I've tweaked it 3 times now, as I've told you, but that first day when we were done, the feeling of immense pride, I remember sitting on those steps up there and just gazing down on it and crying. I was so proud.
Because of the art, the creation, creating something.
Well, I didn't think I'd ever be able to do that, to build a pond, and the way the distributor and Hoaglandscape made that happen. I mean, the people from STI that came over here and watched me build a pond, they told me how to do it, and they mentored me, but They let my team and I do it, and the craftsmanship and the artistry level that we've risen to, we're still not the best, but we're aiming to get there. And then the service we sell, we really stand by our product.
If you were to describe why water features are so appealing to you as a landscaper that really now specializes in water, what's different about a landscape and a water feature?
You can't have one without the other now. I want water in the landscapes that we do. I try to convince everybody you can't live without both. The reason I like still doing the landscaping with the water feature sets me apart from some of my competition.
17 years in, what would you recommend to a new guy?
Find a certified aquascape contractor. Take the course online with Aquascape and just do it. I mean, immerse yourself in it. It's not a hard test. Learn from it and then build your own water feature. Maybe start out with a fountainscape, maybe one of these. And start out with something small and then work yourself up to a pondless waterfall or a pond. If you can take a class, go to a class and learn. But you gotta participate. Don't sit there and just watch others do the work. Participate or you're not gonna learn.
What's so special about pandemonium for you in the middle of your season, August, that you take a week off and get up to Chicago for that?
You can't miss it because it's a networking event. You're amongst your peers. By just talking to them and networking with them, you learn so much technique, how to do new things. You have a chance to be one-on-one with a pond guy. And the same with Ed Ballou, Brian Helfrich.
How would you describe the CAC network as a contractor? Does this exist in the landscape trade?
Not that I know of. You call it the tribe. It is a tribe. We help one another. If there's a question, we go to the CAC board on Facebook, and you'll get tons of responses on how to get help, or you can look up a certain subject and you'll find answers to it.
Let's go to the backyard. Welcome. How you enjoy a water feature from the residents is extremely important. Check this out. This is a storage facility, and this is pretty much where the guys come every day?
Yeah, we meet here, discuss what we're going to do during the day.
How often are you here with the guys versus the guys just coming on their own?
Either I meet them here or they come to my house.
So you're pretty much every day with the guys?
Every day, yeah.
What do you pay per month for this facility?
$250.
$250 is your overhead to operate your business facility, and you have your office at your house. Okay, look at those guys. Look at them. They're all ready to go. Muchachos! Hey, señor! ¿Cómo está? How you doing? Good morning. Buenos dias.
This is David, this is Lalo, and this is Santos.
Lalo? David, so you're the young guy?
Yeah.
The 19?
Santos,
the big guy.
So these are the backbone of Hoaglandscape. If it wasn't for our team, I'd be nothing. I mean, these guys are the backbone.
So here's one thing about this guy right here, Brian. Staying at his house last night, he's a neat freak. Everything is organized, and I can already tell everything. This is incredibly efficient. So this is a business that almost $500,000 out of this little storage shed that costs you $250 a month.
Yep. We have all our pre-ordered early buy Aquascape stuff stacked in the back. It's making us a lot more efficient this year.
Yep.
One, we got it cheaper that way, but two, we don't have to go to our distributor and go get it in the morning. They got it here, we get it, we go. So we got our clean out fish tank, boots. So that's it. I mean, it's simple, it's simplistic, but we've been here 10 years.
10 years. You got a little job board up here to show the guys what the goals are and the numbers and everything. You did 440 last year. What's your goal this year?
550.
That's a big jump.
We're gonna do it.
Yeah.
We're on pace. We're ahead of last year's schedule.
That's fantastic. Hard-working guys.
There's no other option. We're gonna succeed. I wrote my goals down last year because the power of the written goal, Greg, as you know, I wrote down all my goals last year. I reached every one. We reached every one, and I reached personal goals.
So that was a great day with Brian. What's fun for me to see certified aquascape contractors like Brian is to see how they continue to have ambitions and goals and dreams. Brian's already talking about how he's going to make a recreation swim pond at his house because he's living the lifestyle himself. It's so neat because every certified aquascape contractor has different operations. Here's Brian that's operating for 10 years out of a storage unit, and he's got a business that's going to do over $500,000 this year with himself and 3 guys working out of a storage shed with very low overhead. Anybody can do this. You just have to have passion. And Brian's got passion. Because he's got passion and because he's always learning and he's willing to invest in himself and his business, he's succeeding. And so if you want to get into this business, if you want to become a certified aquascape contractor, do it. What are you waiting for? There's many people that do this part-time. Brian's a full-time guy, but he's got an incredible business and not a lot of overhead, and he's making a lot of money, and he's having fun, and he's living the aquascape lifestyle. For me, as a guy who turned my hobby into a business, that's the best. I absolutely love my job. It's a complete blessing to be able to work with guys like Brian, see what they're doing, see how they're using the aquascape system and succeeding, and living the aquascape lifestyle themselves. Hey, if you like what you see, like, comment, and subscribe, and follow along. Go to Greg Wittstock, the Pond Guys page, to see how consumers are living the aquascape lifestyle, and see basically how everybody is doing what they're doing. This is just a great business. It's a fun business. You can be part of this business, and we'd love to help you succeed. Thanks a lot. Love it. I love my job.
If you want to work for Hoaglandscape, you have to have this.